Hey guys, it's Logan from the world of Logan, and welcome back to... Hold on, I screwed that up. I confused my Logan Reads intro with my World of Logan intro. Anyway, Ivy Bloom. She needs help, if you ask me. So, let's watch.
I require all my guests to eat off the floor.
Okay, right. First of all, I've heard of people being called animals, but this is taking it to another level.
Hi, my name is Ivy Bloom, and
We gathered.
these are my house rules. When a guest first arrives to my house, I provide them with sanitized satin clothing, which they're required to wear.
Oh god, that looks so uncomfortable. That texture would just make me leave. And hair as well.
Before stepping into my home. Guests are required to put all their belongings into a bag.
This isn't airport security. They're going into your house for a pint or something.
I vacuum seal the bag and place it by the front door, and it can't be opened until the guest leaves my home. I also require guests to immediately sanitize anything they touch, such as door handles and surfaces. And I keep sanitizing stations throughout my entire house so that sanitizing is always easy and accessible.
Right, no, this is taking it too far now, Ivy. This is taking it way too far. I've already done 2 shorts on you, and I'm going to be doing a lot more. Because this is just insane.
Guests are also required to place down a satin cloth anywhere they sit. I have an area in my house that's
Where are the legs of the chairs?
designated for eating. Before stepping inside, guests are required to wear foot covers. Everyone is required to eat off the floor because glassware and porcelain develop micro scratches over time that can harbor dangerous.
Right. Them meatballs, they don't look cooked.
Bacteria. I don't use disposable tableware either.
You know what else harbours bacteria? A floor you walk on. I know, crazy, isn't it? You walk on a floor, it's going to get disgusting. Or are you sanitising that and all?
Because it's really bad for the environment and
Give me a minute, I need to process all this.
affects ecosystems. My guests don't mind the rules. They actually
Are you sure?
enjoy how it keeps them connected to their
She's pouring blue liquid on the floor.
primal instincts. And I make sure to thoroughly clean the floor.
Right, love. I'm going to stop you right there, right? Primal instincts. What? We didn't eat off the floor when we were animals a couple thousand years ago, did we? We didn't go go straight off the floor, did we? And we definitely weren't using a straw to drink a blue liquid off the floor either.
After every use, creating a much cleaner and safer environment for eating. I require all my guests to eat.
This woman, she needs help.
Here's how I get out of tickets when I get pulled over. I keep an urn inside my car so that I can make the cop feel bad by saying that my
What? So you just casually carrying your dead husband around with you? What you taking him Tesco's for or something? Just whack him in trolley, and travel around Tesco with it, or Walmart or Target, something like that.
husband recently passed away. I always wear a fake BBL when I'm driving, as well as a fake pregnancy belly, because sometimes the extra pop can work wonders.
Shoot me. I'm telling you, this woman is insane.
Sure to keep all my windows open, and I make sure to keep
Now, having your hands firmly on the wheel, invisible, yeah, that makes sense. You don't want to think the cop's gonna be like, can you get your license and registration for me, please, ma'am? And then you just have your hands in your pockets. He's gonna get his taser out or his gun, and go, put your hands where I can see them.
my hands in visible sight. I keep a variety of different law enforcement decals on my car, as well as some
You put a lot of decals on your car.
decorations on the inside so that I can mention that I have police officers in my family.
Okay.
I always make sure to slightly touch the officer's hand when I hand over my documents, and I try.
I never want to see that ever again. That wasn't being friendly. That was being weird.
Maintain a proper amount of saddened eye
No, I am refusing to believe that this woman exists.
contact. If these methods don't work and I notice a police officer leaving to write me a ticket, I have no choice but to go to my last resort.
I don't know why you just accidentally liked it then. There.
Pretend that my water broke and I let out some screams begging the officer to let me drive to the hospital immediately. I've been utilizing these methods for the past couple of years and they have never failed.
Do you know what? You know where that would go wrong? If the same police officer pulls you over twice. Yeah, one day you get pulled over for speeding or something down a regular road. Mum, I'm gonna need to see your license and registration and all that. Yeah, you know how this works. Second day, same thing.
I changed a homeless person's life.
Really? Because it looks like you're just spraying powder on him.
Today, I was helping homeless people on the streets, and I came across this man who was struggling. He didn't ask for help, but I knew he needed it more than anyone else.
Come to Manchester, help the whole population of the city.
I took him to the thrift store to get him some new clothes, and we ended up getting a suit that he really liked. I got him some food, and then I brought him to my house to clean him up. I offered to let him shower, but he didn't like the touch of water, so we ended up using powdered shampoo to get him.
What the hell is a powdered shampoo? I'm Googling. No, I'm not.
Cleaned up. I took some professional pictures so that I could create a resume for him, and then I
Professional pictures, right. Yeah, he's still got mud on his face.
surprised him with a computer and a phone.
You just know this is staged.
My best friend Evelyn helped him set up everything.
Friends? Wow, she has friends.
They practiced interview questions so that he would be prepared to apply for jobs. I noticed that he looked a little under the weather.
Well, yeah, because you yanked him off the street.
So I prepared one of my special soups to help him feel.
Okay, that looks like baby vomit with crab legs in it. Ugh. Oh, sorry, that just made me gag that.
Better. I could tell he wasn't used to being cared for.
Well, yeah, you're feeding him baby vomit.
And it broke my heart. I let the homeless person set up his tent in my backyard for the weekend so that he would have a safe place to stay while he looked for jobs. The smile on his
He still has mud on his face. And that's going to bug me until you sort it out.
face told me everything I needed to know. Hope is real, and it's contagious. I changed a home.
It's not a virus. Let's look at the comments. Free actor? No. Paid actor? Wow, no handcuffs, no powdered salt, no fingerprint check, no face mask, no eating off the floor, no... That's a good one. Oh, which idiot is setting off fireworks now? Well done for all your efforts. Yeah, it's fake.
I threw feathers on a homeless person.
Right, that's an odd way to begin a conversation.
Every weekend, I look for homeless people on the street.
What, you just casually go out? Oh, come on, no, not homeless, not homeless. You homeless? Yeah. Come on, you're coming with me.
When I find someone who's struggling, I approach them gently and I do a palm reading to get good insight on their past life.
That dog, or whatever it is, I can't tell from this angle, Is it a goat? Whatever it is, it does not want to be there.
This woman had really good aura, and she was a
What the hell is an aura?
talented street performer. So I brought her back to my house to perform a muse blessing ritual. I had her put on a hazmat suit, and I threw feathers all.
The look on her face is... Now, she might be saying... Oh, it's a goat. Yeah, it's a goat. Now, the woman you kidnapped might be saying... Oh, yes, this is lovely. Thank you for helping me off the street. Where in her mind, she's like, shoot me.
Over her. I threw yellow Egyptian sand to seal the blessing.
As you do.
This woman wanted to be a famous musician, but she felt like nobody paid attention to her.
I want to be a famous musician too. Doesn't mean I want feathers poured on me and sand.
Throughout her life, I laid out a fresh set of clothes for her, and then I gave her something even more meaningful, a space to be heard. I invited my 2 closest friends.
Whoop-de-doo, you got a couple goats and some paid actors there.
And my goats to watch her perform, ensuring she had...
The goats do not want to be there. They would rather be anywhere else.
Small but loving audience. She was a very talented performer. I gave her a tent so she would have a shelter in the streets. And I taught her how to make a living by live streaming her talents online. Sometimes all it takes is one person to remind you that you matter.
Her face is like, right, no, you need to do better than that. Okay. Why is someone talking about the goal when she hit the ball? I'm gonna have to rewatch it.
I threw feathers on a homeless person. Sand to seal the blessing. This woman wanted to be a...
I think that was an edited saying that. It's fake as well, you know. There are people out there who believe in this.
Here's how I keep my baby safe as a woman. I have a decoy baby room armed with a set of tripwire lasers.
Right, no, it's a baby, not the crown jewels.
Intruder steps into my home and tries to grab the decoy baby, an alarm goes off, and the
do
police
not
are notified
like how that
immediately.
mannequin is
The doors
just
also
staring at you.
have a self-locking mechanism to hold the intruder until the police arrive. In order to prevent intruders from entering my home, I make sure to double lock all my doors. I have a...
Damn it, I lost the video. Okay, let's find a completely random one.
There's homeless people living in my backyard.
So your backyard is technically a campsite then, right?
I have a jacuzzi that I let them bathe in, equipped with soap and all other toiletries. I also set up an outdoor potty area for them, equipped
You didn't set up an outdoor bathroom, that's naturally made, that.
with toilet paper and a privacy curtain. I provide them with snacks every morning, as well as water to keep them hydrated. I don't charge them any rent, but I do ask that they help me with some chores.
This is just very weird.
For example, this is Daikeen. He's an exiled Shaolin monk that patrols my property 12 hours a day, in exchange for me letting him stay here rent-free. I provide everyone with blankets and a small foam cooler to store their food. I also provide them with access to my Wi-Fi. They're also allowed to use the kayak in my backyard. The only thing I ask of them is to allow me to cleanse them every full moon. It's a process that takes about 45 minutes, and it removes all
Now it looks like you just thrown sand all over him, which you have.
negative energies and purifies the soul.
It's really hard to find affordable living, so I created this space in hopes that I can give homeless people a chance to get back on their feet.
There's
No, this is... Wait, what?
homeless people living in my backyard. I have a jacuzzi that I let them bathe in, equipped with soap and all other
mental
toiletries.
monitor.
I also set up an outdoor potty area for them, equipped with toilet paper and a privacy curtain. I provide them with snacks every morning, as well as water to keep them hydrated. I don't charge them any rent, but
Oh
I
my
do
god. He's an ex-convict by the looks of it.
I require all delivery drivers to come inside my room. When a delivery driver first arrives to my house, I have a set of instructions that guide them on how to deliver my package. They must put on gloves and foot covers, and I have them walk around to my backyard. Once they get to the
Right. Now, do you know how I receive a package? Do you know how I do it? I make the delivery person walk up to my door, ring me doorbell. I answer the door. I go, cheers, mate. Take the package, go inside and open it. Not do all this complicated nonsense.
back, they're required to enter my home and step into the cleansing room. First, they need to create a big salt circle and step inside with the package. After that, they need to pour yellow aventurine powder onto the package and then open it. The contents of the package need to be placed in the middle, and the driver is required to throw feathers around the room. And I do have a security camera to make sure they follow all the steps. Then the delivery driver needs to pour a black lava salt circle around it. For the last step of the cleanse, they need to ring a Tibetan bowl around the item. Before leaving my house, the cardboard needs to be ripped up into pieces and placed into a container so that it can be repurposed to create paper. They're also
Cardboard is paper.
required to clean the room to have it ready for the next delivery.
I am not doing that. If I become a delivery driver and her house shows up, I'm going there and leaving the package on the front door.
I know it's a lot to ask for, but I do reward the delivery driver at the end. Once the package delivery process is complete, I compensate the delivery driver with a stack of homemade paper, as well as a pen.
At least give him £5 or something, $5.
And a couple of freshly laid eggs from my chickens.
She has chickens now. What else does she have? An elephant in her back garden. Okay, let's have a look at some of these comments. Me just throwing the package at the door. That is what I would do it. Honestly, they don't get paid enough for this. I agree with that. The delivery driver, I'm not coming again. 13 laughing faces emojis. Bro is making a ritual for the box. Lolly crying face emoji, lolly crying face emoji, lolly crying face emoji, prayer emoji, prayer emoji, prayer emoji. I'm not saying all that. That's actually, this is probably illegal.
Wow, how
No.
Here's how I prepare my food before eating it. First,
Right, you stuff a Mackies in a blender. You're meant to eat it, not turn it into a smoothie.
I blend my recipe and place it onto a cutting board so that I can inspect it and make sure that there are no hairs or other nasty things in there.
What are you going to do? Reform it by reversing the blender.
If the food is clean, I add some seasonings as well as some sauce. And I throw it into the blender one more time. I know it doesn't
Again? Are you making a McDonald's puree?
look appetizing because it's blended, but I promise you, it tastes the exact same. I create small balls that make the food easily consumable, and then I place them into the oven.
You could have finished all that Mackies by now. You could have finished it all in the time it took you to do all this.
Create a crisp layer. While my food is cooking, I like to drink some of my homemade kava. It's really bitter, but it helps me with anxiety. Once the food is done cooking, I place it into the middle of a salt circle, and I sprinkle some coconut flakes.
Right, what is that salt doing? Why is there salt on the counter?
777 hertz vibration to raise the vibration of my meal. I take a moment to appreciate the animals and plants that went into my meal, and then I begin eating. My body is a temple, so I do my best to nourish it with my...
Well, do you know what I put in my temple? Crisps, chocolate, and actually proper food.
This is me.
I require all my roommates to use the same toothbrush as me. Hi.
Oh no, that is minging. Well, no. What if someone had? Oh no, no. That is
My name is Ivy Bloom, and these are my house rules. Everyone must wake up at 7 a.m. and meet in the living room,
Screw that, I ain't waking up at 7 in the morning.
where we create a salt circle and chant a set of 47 affirmations.
I am chosen for a higher purpose. I align with my purpose.
It reminds me of that one bit from, what's the film? Hot Fuzz. Yeah, you know the one, the British comedy. Yeah, the British comedy action horror. Yeah, you know it. It reminds me of that one bit. I'll see if I can find an image.
Once our morning affirmation session is done, I unlock the fridge where I have breakfast prepared for everyone.
With this sacred nourishment, we feast.
We keep our shoes in the fridge overnight to cleanse them of all energy
You what now?
and provide a fresh start
Oh my god, she puts her shoes in a fridge. They're not cucumbers.
for the day. But foot covers are required to be worn while inside the house. We also keep locks on soda and snacks to prevent
Locks on soda and snacks. Yeah, because a thief is going to be breaking into the house. And they're going to see $500 on the table and they're going to be like, nah, I'd rather not. I'm going to go straight for sweets.
gluttony. We all share the same toothbrush and toiletries.
No, that is grim.
Reduce waste, and create a sense of unity, which is also the same reason we all wear the same clothes. We also must refer to each other by our zodiac signs, not our birth given names. At 11:11 p.m. before sleeping,
Zodiac signs. See, I don't think that the sun's position on the earth determines your personality. I think the person who you turn out to be and how your parents raised you is how you determine your personality. Not by the sun's position.
everyone must meet in the meditation room. We listen to
Why are you pouring milk into a tub?
a 777 hertz vibration while performing a third eye meditation that cleanses us after
Third eye? You don't have a third eye, you've got two. One on the right side of your head, the other on your left side of your head.
that. We dip our hands into a cooler filled with purified coconut milk, which is a gesture of gratitude. And we share a glass of moon-charged zodiac water before heading to bed.
This woman is insane.
I require all my roommates to use the same toothbrush.
Yeah, if I lived with her, I'd be moving out. This one on the left. This one on the left. She looks like, please, let me go of this prison. I do not want to be here.
Here's how I deal with scammers on food delivery apps. I'm a full-time delivery driver, and I have to deal with scammers all the time. If a customer marks their food as not delivered, I drive to their house and I look through their windows to search for the location
Yeah, that's normal. You just go to a random stranger's house and start spying on them.
of the food. After that, I dress up as an old lady so that I can find my way into the house. I knock on the door and ask if I could use the bathroom. If they say yes, I fake a fall and drop a stack of papers. I quickly make my way to the food while the scammer picks up the papers. I have to work fast because I only have a limited amount of time. I take pictures of the
Yeah, this takes pettiness to a whole new level. No, I can't.
What are you doing?
I popped all the balloons during their gender reveal. Before I did that, I was cleaning up the park, and I saw this couple making an absolute mess. So I immediately confronted them. Excuse me, sir. I'm gonna have to issue you a $250 fine for littering.
Oh God, if she came up to me in public, I'd just laugh at her. I'd just laugh at her and throw the clipboard right back at her.
Who the do you think you are? I'm not paying this.
They threatened to litter again, so I had no choice but to dispose of the trash myself.
Yo, stop! You ruined
our moment! They popped me with powder, and then they had the audacity to dump all their trash on.
Right, no, you know, you're in the wrong here, Ivy. You just walked up to a random pregnant lady and her husband and just started trashing their entire display for their gender reveal. And technically, you're the one who was littering as well. Because you popped the balloon. And popping a balloon doesn't just disintegrate the latex. No, it leaves traces of it behind.
The ground, thinking they'd get away with it. I followed their car, and they ended up going to the beach down the street. Once they stepped out the car, I placed a boot on it, and I went looking for them.
This one is a litter bug.
Says you. This is just ridiculous now.
They got really embarrassed and tried leaving the beach. They agreed to pay the fine.
No, they didn't want a crazy woman chasing them.
I made them wear ankle monitors so that I could monitor
What?
and make sure they don't litter at local parks again. I ended up having to drive back and clean up their mess. It's disappointing how people treat the environment.
It's disappointing you're in it.
I don't like litter bugs.
She says while casually dumping plastic cups on the floor.
Every weekend, I set up a lemonade stand and I offer free lemonade to people at the park to help promote local environment cleanup events. People are often more disrespectful when things are free, so I keep a close eye on everyone who grabs a cup. If I catch someone throwing their cup on the ground, I immediately confront them. I place a boot
Right, you place a boot on the car. You're not the police.
on their car so they can't
I'm pretty sure that this is illegal.
escape, and I use a megaphone to get
Let me see. I'm going to look it up right now on my tablet. Go away, not updating yet. Let's see. Is placing a boot on someone's car without their permission illegal? I'm telling you, this woman has committed about 17 crimes within the span of this YouTube video. Let's see. When it loads. Let's see, here we go. What about... Yep, she's committing felonies. Here we go, we got an article here. In the US, placing a boot or wheel clamp on someone's car without lawful authority is illegal and can lead to criminal and civil charges. Unauthorized booting is considered a seizure of private property and can be prosecuted as theft, vehicle tampering, or conversion. So yeah, she's committed loads of different crimes in this video.
I'm one of the top-rated drivers in North America. Let me
Yeah, that's a lie.
show you why. When I first arrived to pick up a rider, I opened the trunk for them and required that they put their shoe into a Ziploc bag so that I
Right, no, this is taking it too far now.
can place them in this bin. I do this so that they can feel comfortable during their ride.
They'll feel comfortable if they have the shoes on.
They also need to put on gloves and foot covers as well as a face shield. I take a picture of them for safety reasons and ask them 3 simple questions. After
She
that,
looks like she does not want to be there.
they can step into my car. I offer a lot of amenities such as Zodiac charged water, snacks, and an optional privacy curtain for a fee of $10. I have a dash cam that records them throughout the ride, which is a preventative measure that helps deter theft and sketchy behavior.
Well, yeah, I get the camera. Because if someone tries to choke you during an Uber drive, then you're going to want evidence.
I've been attacked before, so for my safety, I have this net that separates the space between me and the rider. If the rider looks suspicious, I wear this helmet and mouthpiece throughout the ride to prepare for a worst case scenario.
You're not storming into a battle.
I do carry bear spray, and I also keep boxes on the passenger seat so that no one sits beside me. Once we arrive to the destination, I ask the rider to rate me 5 stars, and once they provide a rating, I open the trunk so that they can grab their shoes. I do respect.
So, what happens if they don't provide a 5-star rating?
Ask for customers to tip me through the app, but I do take cash tips as well. I'm one of the top rated. Here's the secret behind my 5-star food delivery service. When I first
What else does she do?
Someone spit in my food, so I've enforced a new system for food deliveries. When a delivery driver first arrives to my house, they're required to put the food into a cage.
Yeah, why are you taking a McDonald's to prison? It looks like you're arresting it. You're under arrest, cheeseburger. This is just ridiculous now.
And place this lock on it. I have a set of signs that guide them towards my backyard. They're required to put on gloves and foot covers. Once
Oh, it's the delivery driver thing all over again for Amazon.
they put those on, they can step into my yard. My security camera lets them know that I'm recording.
Hi, you are currently being recorded.
Drivers enter through the back door and need to place the food onto the toilet.
That does not seem hygienic.
Above the toilet, they will find a sign that explains the next steps. First,
Spray food with lavender powder, cover food with cloth, ring 312 hertz tuning fork.
they need to spray the food with lavender
Step
powder.
4, wait
Then
for
they
me
need to
inspect the food. Please wait outside. You will be compensated. Okay.
cover it with this cloth. After that, they need to ring the 512 hertz tuning fork to cleanse
That
the
says
food.
312 hertz, actually. No, quit liking, you stupid phone.
Once I see them complete all the steps through my security cameras, they need to step out the room. I open the cage and inspect the food. If the food is not tampered with, I provide delivery drivers with a goodie bag. I don't tip money because I prefer to show my gratitude in different ways.
You just hand them a piece of plastic that looks like an emerald.
They're required to put the gloves and foot covers back so that the next delivery driver can use
Ugh.
them. Someone spit in my... Have you ever thought about making your friends use the bathroom outside?
Wow, we stumbled across this little gem again, have we? Let's revisit it.
Have you ever thought about making your friends use the bathroom outside?
Nope, because I'm not an animal. Well, technically humans are animals, but I have something called plumbing.
If so, I have just what you need.
Okay, bye then.
Blooms Kit. The all-in-one bathroom solution for you and your friends.
Well, I'd rather use a toilet.
Comes with 5 sticks to
They look like Starbucks cake pops. And I haven't even seen a Starbucks cake pop in real life either. Because the only Starbucks near me is always crammed.
your territory. This cute top.
Yeah. Cute. Is that what we're going with?
Toilet paper and your shovel.
Finally, something normal. Although, toilet paper is very normal. A shovel for your poo is not.
A curtain with some string so that way you could
Well, it would help if the curtain wasn't see-through.
cover up your booty. Gloves and foot covers. Can't forget the tip jar.
Wait, so you're buying something and you're meant to mail back a tip?
Some seeds for your friends to plant outside.
Help me.
They use the bathroom. And for the first 50 people who order right now will receive tea made with flowers from my garden.
I do not want anything from your garden. No.
Get yours today.
No.
Have you ever thought
One of my followers reached out and let me stay at her house while I pay off my debt. She insisted that she would use the bathroom outside while I stayed at her house.
You're my guest here, so I want you to feel comfortable.
And she even
That is just ridiculous.
lent
Okay then.
life hack? This one's for the ladies. If you ever feel unsafe walking alone at night or in the forest or where
Well, yeah, because I'm going to be walking home through the entire... no. She's making me lose me marbles.
ever, get yourself a gas
What are you going to do with a mask? A mask gas? A gas mask? What are you going to do with one of them?
mask.
She looks like she belongs in World War II.
With like a flannel or an oversized jacket or something.
No, you just look like a war criminal. Some sort of criminal. You just look like you're about to, I don't know, blow up a stadium.
and then tuck your hair in a little bit. Throw some gloves on and carry a duffel bag. I
What's the duffel bag for?
promise, no one will mess with you.
Are you sure? Some of the teenagers over here in England will, well, they'll laugh at you and probably throw stuff at you like rocks or half-eaten Big Macs.
And honestly, it's kind of a sleigh.
What the Jesus Christ is a sleigh? I know the meaning, you know, where you slay dragons and all that. Skyrim reference. No, I'm going to talk about the Aztec death whistle. Okay, let's find one of the newer ones, because these are all from last year. So, what is that? Okay. What? I'm refusing to watch that. Here we go.
I require all my guests.
No, just seen that one.
I only feed my baby twice a
What?
week. Me and my two best friends have a co-mothering relationship where we each take turns caring for the baby 2
God, I hope that isn't a real child. Should I give social services a quick call?
days a week. Evelyn helps the baby with cognitive tasks. Island teaches him communication skills, and I help him nurture his spiritual awareness. When I'm not on care duty, I focus on producing highly vibrational milk to nourish our baby. I wear a set of wires
What?
that deliver 432 hertz vibrations throughout my entire body. And I meditate for about 30 minutes before beginning milk production. I place all the produced milk into a large tub
She has a personal vendetta against that ice.
filled with ice. And I top it off with black salt to preserve its vibrational energy. I also like to place a foot massager under the tub, which
You do realise that this is completely balls.
helps keep the milk energetically active. I leave the milk out overnight so that it can become moon charged. Once the milk
Your moon is not a power bank.
is finished moon charging, it's ready to use. I place it into the fridge and keep it
It's ready to use straight from the source, love.
under infrared light. Ever since my husband passed away, motherhood has been a
No way she actually has an husband, or, well, had until she killed him.
challenging journey. But this co-mothering partnership has given me the strength to keep going.
Oh, that woman on the right of Ivy. She looks like if you keep making me do this, I'm gonna punch you.
I only feed my baby. I ate my husband's ashes.
Excuse me, what?
I got married to a tree a couple weeks ago, and
You got married to a tree. A tree? A tree! This woman is mentally insane. A tree! Although, to be fair, some people have... That one fella from TLC got married to his car.
life together has been fantastic. We cuddle and watch movies together, and we go on scenic walks through my farm every morning.
It's a tree?
Last week we were walking, and there were some avocados in the trees. So I put Herbert down for a second to go and grab.
Oh, no.
One of the goats came by and started nibbling at him. I tried to
yeah, because he's a plant.
scream to get him away, but then the whole herd of goats knocked
Well, yeah, the goat was like, "Oi, lads, coming over here. Stupid woman's climbing a tree, so eat her husband."
Herbert down and started aggressively eating him. By the time I got down from the tree, it was too late. I needed to get him help fast. But the nearest hospital was
Right, I can just imagine this. No, what's your... Or in America, it'd be 911, what's your emergency? My husband was chewed on by goats. Okay, could you please describe your husband's injuries? Yes, a couple of his branches fell off. Excuse me, did you just say branches? Yes, he's a tree. And then they'll just hang up.
over 30 minutes away. So I called the police and begged them to send EMTs as
No way she actually called the cops.
soon
a
as possible.
tree.
Once they arrived, they refused to help Herbert. It was a harsh reminder of how broken the healthcare system is.
No, it's a harsh reminder on how broken you are.
I lit a Saval clarity candle to clear my mind and give me the peace I needed to make the hardest decision of all. I was left heartbroken. I took some of Herbert's ashes and poured them onto avocado toast.
Right, so you decided to eat your supposed husband on top of the very thing that got him killed, essentially.
As a tribute to the man who was my everything. I'm so grateful for my best friends who were there to comfort me through it all. Even though Herbert's gone, his spirit will live on in our hearts forever. Sava.
Here's how we stay safe hiking as women.
Oh God, she's tied her friends up.
We stay leashed to each other at all times.
You're not dogs. You eat like dogs and poo like dogs, but don't make you dogs.
And we wear small belts that alert wildlife of our presence. We tie voodoo dolls onto the trees near the entrance of the trail that we're hiking. And we place
What if someone else is going up for a hike and they see that do not cross sign?
caution tape all around. I also like to place a small bird with a hidden camera inside that discreetly monitors the trail entrance and sends notifications to my phone if any movement
Do you mean a notification, not a notification?
is detected. I like to use a trekking pole, and I always make sure to bring a
First aid kit I can understand, because you fall, you accidentally slice your arm open with a rock by accident. Yeah, you're going to want to get that checked out.
aid kit, as well as a tent, just in case the weather takes an unexpected turn. And we
No, your tent's going bye-bye if some unexpected weather happens up near the hills near me.
end up needing shelter. We also have an Aztec death whistle that we blow every 5 minutes to try and deter people.
No, I am just shocked by the sheer stupidness of this.
If there's ever a situation where we begin to feel really unsafe, we throw on some black cloaks so nobody could see that we're women.
Right, no, you're not deaf.
And then we quickly hike to a safe location. If there's no reception for us to call the police, we always carry a small mirror that allows us to give signal for help to
I've
nearby
just been blinded about 6 times.
aircraft. Exploring the great outdoors as a woman could be very dangerous.
Yeah, only if you make it dangerous for yourselves.
We always try and make sure to take the proper precautions
I'm gonna punch her.
so we can enjoy nature safely. Here's how we
I'm gonna call it a day though, because I think my brain cells have just deteriorated now. So yeah, I'm off to go tie my friends up and go for a hike. I'll see you all in next one.